You my little Sailor Moon, come and visit me. Come and kick it at the crib or you can keep on dissing me. I don't really care cause I'm getting to the money, but don't you come back.
Hey guys, it's your girl Luna P and this is my channel, Vibes with Luna. And we're gonna be catching vibes today. What kind of vibes you want? What's your vibe? What was that cartoon?
Try to take over the world.
The pinky and the rain. I'm sorry, I had to, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, so welcome to my channel and thanks for watching my first video. For all of you who are here, the content for today is this beat. Well, just the face, because you know how it goes. Like,
I'm gonna do just the comb, just the face, no eyes. I might not even throw on lashes. Next thing you know, your hands start working. Eyeshadow.
but this look was so easy. I am gonna put a separate video for the same look. The eyeshadow, it literally took me like 5 seconds, and there's ways that you can dupe it. I'm so glad to finally introduce myself to you guys. It's so many things I want to tell you, so many hacks, so much things I want to spill. And there's a lot of questions I have. With the makeup community, Luna got beef. Plus, first beef, there's too many Lunas. But we ain't gonna get into that. But before anything and before we get into this face, do you see that? Wait, hold on. You didn't get the effect. I can't move my wig because it's synthetic, so. Hold on, do you? Hold up, I'm gonna hat to the front. Did you get that? So on that note, thanks for watching my video. Pause. Hold up. Wait a minute. Make sure you like it. And if you don't like it anyway and just comment. I'm here for the feedback. I am here for all the tea, all the questions, everything. Please subscribe. There's so many things I want to do. I'm actually going to do a Q&A video, and it's going to give you a little bit more on about me and what you're going to be seeing on my channel. Believe me, you guys are going to have a ball. If you like raunchy, fun, loving, good vibes, just positive energy, you're in the right place. So on that note, let's get into it. Bye. So I'm using Milani Instant Touch Primer here, and it's really cool. It's kind of smooth looking. You just apply that to your face, you know, rub it all in, get all the good stuff, all the crevices underneath the double chin. I'm trying to do something basic because I'm going to be taking some pictures, and then we're going to transition and see what this turns into. So I already primed my face, my eyebrows are set. I'm just going to get some red concealer. Please do not judge my nails. This is my Dollar Tree press on try job, okay? The red concealer for under my eyes and all the dark spots on my face, because you see my dark circles, right? So I'm actually gonna go with my finger. And so you basically just want to pat that underneath your eye. You want to keep it as close to your eye as possible. You don't want to bring it all the way down because it would make your highlighter look really red, and we do not want to look like we got pink eye and we put our eye in somebody's other place, okay? So we just patting that in. I use very little bit. I literally just tap my finger and then I build it, and then the foundation's gonna take care of the rest. Don't worry, honey, you got this.
wear up to 24 hours. It's transfer resistant. But here's the thing, I have yet to test that because when you put your other products on, they're not transfer resistant. So you might as well just come up with a transfer resistant line. You know, it kind of defeats the purpose, you feel me? And this is in the shade 520 Suede. Yeah, and I love it personally. It has a pump, and I'm going to actually mix that in with
on the shade, but you can see that this one is way warmer. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Mocha. So we are going to pump that on our face just like Joe Budden and or whatever, I don't know when, and just put the Maybelline in between wherever the Lancôme is and mix that all together. Once that's all mixed up, we get a thick gal brush. I got a Morphe thick gal brush, I don't remember.
like, this never fails. My makeup always gets on my clothes. This is my makeup roll. This is my Rick
Once you're all blended and mixed up and blended, you're just gonna spray your CoverGirl, set that up, blend that all up, and it just makes your foundation just comes off so much better. You can see how it's coming out, like, yes. It just gives it a nice airbrush, soft, smooth finish.
I'm going to go into LA Girl Fawn. Of course, this is like the GOAT, right? So I'm gonna highlight. I'm gonna put it on my hand. I like the palette when I'm doing a client's makeup, but for one purposes, I would even heat up the metal spatula. That's a hack. And I don't know about that. So, you know, like the metal, I had one, but the metal spatula that you use for clients for, like, you know, shimmery concealer, put a lighter under it to get the concealer nice and warm with your body heat, so it can just glide right on and it won't just like stick in place. I don't like concealers like that because like Tarte Shape Tape, I cannot work with it. Like, I have to melt it. I like mine to be a little bit pliable. So now I'm gonna apply the concealer, and I'm going to use, this is a MAC 195 brush. So we're just gonna apply that right now. I'm just gonna really start with the under eye, so I want that to sit a little bit. And I'm just gonna draw a line for where I want my nose contour, so I can know where I want my highlight to stop. You know the struggle on learning how to, I've been trying to watch YouTube tutorials for years, and I have yet to see somebody do like makeup for dummies. That's me. That's what I'm here for. I am going to guide you and describe everything. So drop questions in the comments and let me know what y'all want to know. But back to the concealer. So when you're holding your brush, you want to, it's kind of like a pencil. The further up on the ferrule, which is this part of the brush here, that you hold it, it's more tight and controlled. So that would be something for like eyeliner or cut crease concealer. But I like my concealer, my highlight and my facial concealer to be a little bit messy. Because when the shadow hits your face, you don't want a direct, harsh line on your face because it kind of gives you a more masculine structure. Where if you even look at the bodies, a guy's body is more structured in straighter lines and more, you know, parallel lines. Whereas with a female, we have more rounded features. So I want to kind of implement that to make my face look a little bit more feminine. Like, I don't want to define my jawline too much and then contour too much because it gives you that 1980s, you know, like the ladies with the guitar, that... I don't know what that is, but I'm not trying to look like that, okay? I don't know what's going on. Not when it's close to my under eye. Because I don't want to swipe it because it's going to get, like, I have really creasy under eyes, you know? I'm only 26. So when I get to the closer to my under eye, and I'm not trying to go all the way out, I keep it real close to the center. So that's why. And then I let, when I blend it, I'm going to blend it outward. That's okay, okay? Perfectly imperfect. It's okay.
So now that we're highlighted, you now just want to highlight your cupid's bow, your chin. Remember, a little bit goes a long way. Start with so little and then build it up. You'll see I'll layer it. I'm going to do my forehead a little bit. You know, draw a little tree-like. I haven't done my brows yet. You know, take a look. And then, you know, if you ever feel uncomfortable about what you're doing, stop and just take a look and just map it out. I call this the war paint phase. Like, it makes me feel like Xena, the warrior princess. Like, fun fact, I can really do the Xena scream, though. Yeah. Shit's awesome. The Morphe Y10, and I like to use this brush to blend out my concealer. I like to use it to get into the smaller spaces. I'll go into something smaller when I get here, but it really nicely buffs it out. It's pretty dense, but it's also fluffy enough. So I'll say it's in the middle, and then I'll go in with another brush to like get it there. So right now I'm just trying to diffuse the concealer, and then I want to tightly diffuse the concealer, if you get what I'm saying. Oh, that's kind of cool. I want to tightly diffuse the concealer, and then I want to brush blend it and buff it out, air it out. You'll see what I mean. So what you do, I go in with a little tighter brush and blend, and then I go in with a looser brush after. So that's kind of like using a brush to pack on your foundation and going over it with a sponge as well. You can do that. So let's start with our chin. So this is kind of like an under eye. So your highlight, I like my highlight a little bright, and it depends on what mood I'm in, to be honest. I would either double the concealer, which I might do today, or I would use a lighter setting powder and use like my normal under eye concealer, or I would do under eye and then highlight, you know, depending on how my skin is looking. My skin has been pretty good, so it's I can just, you know, go straight into it, because, you know, listen, Corona is a bad pandemic, you feel me? And it is bad. I feel bad for people, you know, and God bless, you know what, like, all the families and people who lost their family members, and like people who have it and who's going through it. Like, people are so strong, and the fact that we can go through this, like, it just shows. But I always say there's no such thing as good without bad. So, and I read this book, You Are a Badass, by Jensen Zero. We can get into books. And in the beginning, it says your life turns to shit before it turns to shinola. Meaning that you can't have the good without the bad. So that just means something good is coming. I try to stay as positive as possible.
Ooh, it's blends it, honey. It's blends it. Hold up, what's that movie? With I have a crush on Adam Sandler. Especially when he did that movie with the gold rings and the little poppy. Ooh, with the black. Ooh, my type. I like a popper. We're gonna get into those too. We'll do Q&A. I like a popper. Adam Sandler in that movie, even though the ratings wasn't that great, that's a popper. Okay? But anyways. So my mom used to say, when you're blending your concealer, I'm gonna get a little bit closer, right? You're gonna start from the edges and work your way inside. The reason why is because most of the time, most of the product tends to deposit in this area of the eye. So if you go into the most product, all you're doing is spreading that product down, and it kind of gives you that cast. Plus, I don't want my highlight to be too low, so it helps me be mindful of where I'm blending. So right now I'm just, and remember, we're gonna go back in. Plus, when you're blending, it kind of spreads it outwards. I'm just trying to keep everything super tight and where it is. I don't want it to go any further than where it is, besides outwards. I don't want it to go downwards, because that just makes your eyes look more droopy. I want to keep my highlight really tight, because it kind of lifts your eye up. So I'm trying to keep my highlight a little bit higher up, meaning that don't go all the way down to your cheekbone. Like, you see the scar here? Don't go all the way down to your, like, nostril. You feel me? When you highlight, I would stop right where my nose ring is, or I would stop at right at the, you know what? Stop right at the top of your cheekbone. So if you was to draw a line, and I might edit this and put like a line. If you was to draw a line, this is where I would stop my highlight. Just if you have, like me, I have very deep set eyes, so it tends to bring my eyes down and droopy, and I want my eyes to be lifted. So I keep my highlight higher up to lift my head, my forehead up, and everything up. I want my face to be up, not down, okay?
Real quick, so when you're blending your concealer or whatever, just have something to wipe off the brush to wipe off the excess concealer, so when you're applying, it's not adding more, it's literally blending. So I had a piece of gauze and I was wiping it. Even further tighten up my highlight, meaning that even if you go a little bit far down, if I go with a lighter, I'm gonna even tighten it even more, so it's like closer to my actual eye, you know, and you'll see why. You'll see why. Got something going on. Yo, like, I'm so happy, like, since people have been quarantined, they've been on YouTube, people doing their thing. I'm telling you, there's a renaissance coming, like, and I'm not gonna go through life saying I didn't try. I have a tendency to start things and not finish, but that's never gonna happen again. So, mark my words. I'm gonna go back in with the same brush. Again with our same M195 brush. So now we're layering concealers, warming it up. This time we're going a shade or two lighter. This is LA Girl Medium Beige, and each lighter shade you go, you want to smallen the circumference of your concealer, meaning that if I have a 3-inch circle and that's all Fawn, if I'm going on top of it with my medium beige, it's going to be a 2-inch. And then if I want to further highlight with the even lighter highlight, I'm gonna make it 1-inch, and it just kind of gives it a gradient effect. I just love doing that. So you can even use smaller brushes, but I'm just applying it right now and just keeping it tighter. And when you're blending, you don't want to blend it all the way out into your other concealer, kind of similar to how you do your eyeshadow.
Draw a line. I'm not drawing the whole line because I don't want the whole thing in the center of the line, so I use the side of the brush. I'm literally using this part of the brush. You see how thin that shit is? What's that girl's name? Kiki, I think her name is? Where she glues the brush flat? I want to try that. To get your cut creases and to get those clean ass lines? Yes. Or make your brush thinner. There should be something to make your brush thinner. I'm literally, because I don't want my whole nose to be like, you know? I'm shaping my nose. I'm shaping my face. So, I kind of want here to point out and tip of my nose. But I don't want it to look so round.
Different brushes, but wipe it off. No, even if wipe it off as you're blending it, because you know you don't want it to be looking like too much. One day y'all gonna see my sister, and she just had a baby, my little dada. But I am actually an identical twin. So this is from the Gilded, I think it's the Gold Gilded collection. So this is gonna be the Morphe Y14. It's very fluffy. You can kind of see it's real fluffy. I use this to blend out everything. Highlighter, concealer, dust off setting powder, but I use this for my concealer. So I just go into it and it just buffs out, it kind of airs out your concealer for you. So I'm just going in the edges. So I actually ended up using my Tarte Shape Tape and there's barely anything left. You see I popped the top. It's in Tan Deep Sand. I'm just applying that really tight close to my eye. So rule of thumb is the closer to your eye or the lighter the color. So basically that's the lightest color I'm going to be using. So I'm going to concentrate that literally right under my eye. Where would you put your like under eyeshadow and all of that? Closest to my lash line. So I am trying not to bring that down. If it blends downward, that's okay, but keep it really nice and tight and clean, you know, like, but we're messy, but we're imperfectly perfect. But you get what I'm saying.
Safeguarding my makeup. I don't want it dry. This is my contour palette from Beige Cosmetics. I am no longer baking. I use setting powder, so I kind of mix and layer colors to set my under eye. But I'm trying to not look directly. If I don't like to draw, it's a bird that admit me. This is the Morphe 554. I'm gonna go under my eye with it. Alright, so it's still wet. Juicy. We're juicy right now. I want my face kind of wet when I'm blending, when I'm applying the powder. So it can sit on. I don't want no creases, so I'm gonna make sure I'm blending it again, buffing out anything that's fucked up. Hurry up and go in. I'm gonna go into this shade right here, tap-wise. I'm gonna mix.
Real quick, the reason why I went back in with that brush and I kept my head tilted like upwards is because I didn't want the lines in my under eye to start showing and that concealer to sink in before I set it. So that's like the biggest thing to get bomb under eye makeup. Make sure that your concealer is really blended right before you set it, because how you set it is how it's going to stay. So if you have to keep your sponge or whatever in your hand right before you put your powder on, buff that out and then put the powder on immediately afterwards. Yes, so you're gonna apply some loose powder to your smile lines. I smile a lot, so the makeup would tend to sit inside there. So we are creating a blank, puffed out canvas. So when I smile, my makeup is just not all falling into the Grand Canyon of my deep smile line. Because, you know, Luna got high cheekbones, honey. So, you know, I gotta make it do what it do. So that's my espresso. People be sleeping on Primark, I'm telling you. I'm also going to layer that with LA Girl Pro Matte foundation. I got this foundation because I had none and it was way too dark, so I don't waste stuff. So you can see how dark. I'm done with this. You can see, like, it's really dark, right? So I'm gonna start with a little bit of this to layer the color, and then I'm going to, again, so when you're blending and you're contouring and layering colors, the base color, which is normally the one closer to your skin tone, I won't mind it being a little bit bigger and covering a broader area. But if I'm doing something like contouring and I so got out of that tight contour look, I'm gonna tighten it up a little bit, keep it right at my ear with the darker color, and you'll see how that works. So I'm just gonna put some of this on my hand so you can see how dark it is. You see? Compared to my complexion. So it's gonna come out very bronze. And I kind of have a natural contour.
Well, you know the drill. You are going to contour your cheekbones. So don't go too low because it's going to make your cheek space bigger. Bring everything higher up. So I'm just drawing dots, and let's see how much product that gives me. I'm going to do the same thing on my nose, my forehead. Look, punchy bums here. Okay. And then just do the same exact thing with the darker concealer from Primark, and just do that in a smaller area.
You're done blending with your small brush, and that's just the e.l.f. doe foot, I think, eyeshadow brush, and I blended out my contour with. I'm going to go back in with my M439 brush. That's my foundation brush, and that's just going to help tie in kind of marry the highlighter to the contour, and it's not going to make it look so much different. It's going to just give a nice blended out buffy bronze finish. Savage, yes. Okay. But yeah, you want to blend that out with your foundation brush because it's always a good buffer. So anytime when you feel like your makeup is not blended, you just go back in with your foundation. Do not apply any more to the brush and just keep blending. Honest, this step is optional. You can just use your same setting powder under your eye and just go across the bridge of your nose and go underneath your cheekbones with any angled blush brush. You can use a loose powder. I did my Makeup Revolution loose powder here, and that just further defines your contour. Lately, I rarely do my cheekbones. I always do put a little bit on my nose, but that is optional. You can still achieve that same look with just your plain concealer highlighter. I can't do the brows now. I have to, save a little something for later. So that is definitely going to be another video, way more detailed. But that is the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel in clear.
So it looks like this. It's very fluffy, it's very loose. And I'm just going to use that to go and remember what we said? Layer. We're layering. So with the lighter color, my base color, I'm going to go broader, bigger circles. And then I'm going to go back in with a darker color and go with small circles in a smaller area. So this is the color that's similar to the Anastasia bronzer. I'm going to go into that. Just, get some pigment. I got this tip from my own makeup. And the type of makeup I like to do is kind of like, if I can give you people's names, you look them up, then you know. Look up a lot of guest ads. In magazines, I used to love the way the girls' makeup look in the guest ads. Oh my god, like that very sultry. I love a very sultry makeup look, meaning like juicy lips, not too much on the face, lashes and eyebrows with a strong, nice natural brow, very feminine too. Linda Evangelista, 90s supermodel type look, and also Fran. I get very special. We can definitely rock with her. So now that I got that on, I'm just going to kind of start all the way up here. And for my edges or lack thereof, I'm just going in light circular motions. Here's the thing, you want to use a little bit of product and build. I used to be like the type to go into it until I see it. I feel like I can't see it, but take your time, it'll get there. Just let the brush, do the work. Which is, you see I'm holding it at the end of the brush, right? So I don't really care if it falls into my highlight. That's okay. I want the light to kind of play with my face a little bit. I don't want it to be slow. Under my contour, I'm gonna use the contour. Yeah. So this is the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in medium to dark. So I'm gonna go into this. I still highlight. I know, right? Let me know if y'all still highlight. I've been liking the matte look, but not too matte. This is really pigmented. So really be light. I don't like to use too much of this, honestly, but I like it. And I keep it very isolated. I don't like that strong contour. So I like it very low. So I'm holding the tip and I'm just right there. I'm keeping it. That line is kind of like a guideline of where I don't want to go, how far I don't want to go. I'm just using whatever's on the brush. I'm not trying too much of this. Very low. Very low. That's what it's like. We'll do it.
eyebrows off camera. Now we're just going in with some blush. We're already contoured, pretty much almost done, and we're going in with the Nicka K blush. I don't even know what color it is. I got it from the beauty supply store. I tend to like that neutral pinkish, peachy pinkish shade, and we're just gonna add that. So when you're adding your blush, you want to add it, I got this tip from Naomi Campbell, and you want to just add it to your, like, the height of your cheekbone and blending in where your highlight would be. If you find that the eyeliner is kind of chalky and cheap, you just get like a lighter and kind of melt it. I had a mold there and I forgot that it was on the bottom instead of the top, so I just put it back. But yeah, you cannot go anywhere without tightlining your eye. Like, it just does it for me. And because I ran out of lip liner, I actually went into the black for the lip liner. Oh my gosh. But that's my favorite mascara, the L'Oreal Voluminous in black, carbon black, and I just use that before I put on my lashes. So that is my lip liner in NYX. That's the Suede lip liner in Club Hopper, and I'm just lining my lip with that. And I'm also probably gonna go over it with my MAC in Chestnut, and just go over it with some Ruby Kiss natural lip gloss. Honestly, most of my stuff is from the beauty supply store. That NYX liner I found in the abyss of my makeup. Any brown eyeliner or eye pencil would work, and if you run out of lip liner, you can use your same color. I'm gonna tell you how much this cost me, right? I'm telling you, your girl got you, son. Watch this. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it, son. You see this? And this is when you need like that calm. Do you see that guilt? $2.50. I swear on everything I love. $2.50. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. So I'm gonna go into this brush. This brush is from Morphe. I think it's from Beige or Morphe. I think this is from Morphe. I got it from Ricky's. And I'm just gonna start highlighting lightly because I really don't like to. And I might put something in my lip. And I'm just going over it. Go to the tip. And then we're just hitting. I'm keeping that high. Now you see how some people put their highlighter all the way here? I hate that shit. I'm keeping it on the top. Bring it to the temple. I feel like it makes your cheek look chubby and it brings your face down. I start here. And I'll just go all the way up. I might go a little bit under my breath. And half of these kids be 16 years old fucking with scammer man.
and them have money, but I'ma shut my mouth. Drop tonight. We're done. Let's do this. Don't rush. Slow touch. Don't rush. Slow touch. No, wait. Go touch. My wig ain't on yet. We about to get this wig right. Put these lashes
So
on
guys,
and
that's pretty much it. We're gonna get into this look with lashes, quickest eyeshadow look, and Dollar Tree jewel. I'll show you how I adhere that on in another video, but tell me if you like it, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Goodbye. Luna loves you.